I am so excited to share this nail art design with you today. It is my most favorite nail art design to date. It's simple, it's elegant, and I love it. So stay tuned. Hi everyone, I'm Lori Halloway of the Meticulous Manicurist Nail Tutorials, where I'm setting a new standard in nail education, utilizing real life, real situations for real learning. And if you want to become the best at doing nails, then you need to subscribe to my channel. Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to show you how to create this simple yet elegant mother of pearl opal look. It's simple, but it's my most favorite that I've ever done. So let's get started. First thing you're going to do is make sure you push back your cuticles really well so you can file off any of the trigium that's adhered to your nail plate. I love these little knife end pushers. They've got a little angled edge to them, so it's really easy to get under any little bit of adhered skin to finish pushing it back far enough so none of your acrylic adheres to the skin. The area that I'll have trouble on my clients with lifting is right here and right here. So I've been trying to use this tip and really make sure that I get any little bit of skin out of these little corners here. I think I'm concentrating too much at the back of the nail and I'm not getting this little rounded part right here. So let's make sure that we get those really well. I'm using a 150 grit nail file. Oops, I think my light's gonna get in the way. Let's shut this. And all you have to do is lightly buff your nail plate. You don't want to dig into it. You can even use the edge of your file to finish pushing back any little bit of cuticle that you didn't get. I was playing with this one earlier, so it's got a little bit of gel top coat on it. So I'm just going to file that off too. The pink that you can see through the white acrylic is some old pink acrylic that I had on my nails before I added the white a couple of weeks ago. And to get that mother of pearl look, you can either just do all white or you can have this kind of blended ombre look. Now, if when you're filing you get a lot of dry skin here, you can use your fingernail file to just lightly file that. It'll come right off. Okay. Make sure that you dust really well. You don't want any loose particles settling down in the crevices of your nail, because if the acrylic sticks to that, it can lift. Now when you're doing a fill, the primer only needs to go on the nail plate, not on the acrylic. Some acrylic lines, it can cause it to yellow. I've got a little bit of a missing spot right there. This is a custom mix. It's half white and half clear. And white acrylic, it seems to dry really quickly when it's a little bit warm. So hopefully this doesn't set up too fast for me. I'm gonna do, because I'm worried about the heat, I'm gonna do it in two sections. I'm gonna fill this side and then I'm gonna fill this side. So I'm only gonna get a teeny, oops, that's too big. Teeny bit. I'm gonna sit it, press it, pull it. Teeny bit, sit, press, pull. Tiny bit, sit, press, pull. Doesn't get more simple than that. So this one needs a little bit of help. It's got a little bit of missing acrylic there. So I'm going to fill the back and then I'm going to work up to that side. Sit, press, pull. Tiny bit, sit, press, pull. So if you look at this nail and you see the C curve, you can see that this side of the nail is just, I filed it too thin on that side. Need a little bit more. When you're directly sitting across from a client, and I know I've said this in other of my videos, you know, it's easy to get acrylic on straight because the client's hand's right in front of you, but when you're doing your own nails, it is a little tricky because everything's twisted. And now that I have it on that side, I'm gonna have to add a little bit to this side. And then file to make the shape right. Don't get frustrated when you're trying to do your own nails. If something starts to get hard too fast, just next time use a smaller ball. Maybe add a little bit more liquid to your brush, just so you have some more control. Okay, so tiny bit, sit, press, pull. You want the nails to look like they're growing out of the cuticle area. Very natural. If you get any on the skin, you wipe it off right away. Now when I'm picking up this bead of acrylic, I'm literally, it's like a feather touch. I'm just like barely touching it and then lifting it up. Just the tips of those bristles. Sit, press, pull. And this tip is a little bit thin, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Oops. Now, when you get to the pinky, it's a smaller surface area. So sometimes you might want to use the corner of your brush. See, I picked that up on the corner. Oh, look, I smashed that. Oops. Well, remember, this is real life, real situations for real learning. I'm never going to dub out my mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. All right, now I'm going to move this stuff out of the way because I always hit it. Now, I'm really going to try hard to explain to you guys my filing method. I'd really love to see more people trying it. Before we do any filing across the nail plate, we're going to shape our tip. Pull back our sidewalls, file the sidewalls, go across the whole cuticle area. When we're filing the cuticle area, I'm literally only using this little teeny tiny edge of the file because you really want it to look like it's coming out of your cuticle area. And then I'm going to change the pressure when I'm holding it to go across the whole thing. Now this is what I call the bow method, where you're going to sit the entire file on the nail. You're going to determine your center. I'm going to draw you a little line. I usually just, I know how it feels. So there's my line. That's the center of my nail. So when I go across the top, my pressure is always really going to be in the center, and then I'm going off to one side and then back to the other so you don't get a wonky looking nail. Constant pressure, I'm pushing up, forward, and down all at the same time, and back, across, and down all at the same time. And it's super quick. Super, super quick. All right, I'm going to move that and hopefully stay in frame. That's my little marker. I know right where I'm under the camera. All right, so this one is where I got a little bit on the skin and tried to refine that shape. So I'm going to file my tip. I'm going to look down the center of the nail. There's my center. So I'm going to adjust my shape. So it looks like I have the same amount of free edge to the left and to the right. I like a tapered square look, but not too tapered. I have big hands. Using the edge of that file, getting right down in that lateral fold area. And now, if you can see, I'm going to sit the file right on top. I'm going to go down to this left, over to the right, and then I'm going to go up and taper the tip. See how easy that was? So easy. Can't wait to show you how I got this look of the mother of pearl or opal. When I'm doing a client's nails, it's usually like 7 strokes across and then I'm done. But I really can't get the right pressure on myself. Center the nail this way. Anybody can lay acrylic perfect or thick or crooked, but the most important part is the filing. If you know how to file properly, you can fix anything. And when you get really good at laying acrylic, you'll have the fastest service times ever. A full set, you should be at an hour under. And a fill is 45 minutes to 35 minutes. Depending on if anybody has any repairs or, a lot of lifting, but not usually if you're applying it properly. My goal is to help you become a better nail technician. So if you have any questions, you can put them in the comments below. So when you're looking at a nail shape, you're looking at the taper of the tip, you're looking at the taper
into the cuticle area, and you're also looking at the taper of the sides to make sure that they're blended in properly. Especially if you're filing those sidewalls, you don't want like that straight line that's right here. So you really want to make sure that those blended in. Someone asked me if I ever used a pinching tool. I don't. You know, once somebody's natural nails are under the acrylic, which all of my clients' nails are, they've been, you know, having acrylic nails for so many years. You know, their natural C-curve, they wouldn't even know to ask for me to pinch their nails. They're just, you know, everyday women with professional lives, mothers, gardeners. They really have no clue what an extreme C-curve means. All right, good enough. These are my favorite buffers. They are sanitizable. I have these on my online store, and the link is in the description. All right, so I'm just going to take one of these little gauze squares with a little bit of nail polish remover. Finish cleaning off that dust. So I'm going to show you what I used. This crazy tape. I might have to fight with it today because I've kind of used it up. I was having a hard time getting it off. So I got a couple little extra pieces. I ordered more last night. I'm so excited. I can't wait for it to come. Chic white. This is what I put on. Oh no, that's not it. Where's my other little bottle? Oh yeah, this is what I used. Little Princess. It's like a really soft, pale, nudie, clear pink. So press those bristles out so you can get the bristles all the way to the edge. One thin coat. Flatten your bristles all the way out. I stare at the right hand corner and the left corner to get the whole nail surface in just a couple of strokes. Now after we cure this, we are going to wipe it off. Because the little tacky, it's too slippery. All right, I'm gonna cure this. I'll be right back. So you know that oily residue, it sticks to the paper. You can't have that on there. Now because this tape is clear, it always takes me a second to figure out which side is which. That's not it. Flip it over. All right, so see how that came off on there? Like I said, I've used this a lot. I think that one's worn out. Let's try this one. On the side. Oh, yeah, there we go. So totally your preference of how much color you put on, but I like a lot, so. Looks like there's so much more left on here, but I just can't get it off. All right. Next is my new favorite top coat. It's a non-cleanse top coat I got at the Orlando show. It's really thick, so you have to be careful when you put it on. Don't put it too close or you'll blob your skin. See how those colors just come out? It's amazing. So I really hope you guys like watching my tutorials. Hope you've learned something today. Hope you'll help me grow my channel by sharing things occasionally. That would really help me out a lot. I do have an Instagram and a Facebook page and all of that jazz, so you can also find me on there. All right, let's cure these and take some after pictures, and I will see you next time.
Here are some other great videos for you to check out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.